This story is from Your Turn Practice Book, page 73 and 74. If you want to earn 100 points by listening to this, you need to turn to that page and follow along to the best of your ability. Then you can check the box that says, I have found that story, turned to the right page, and I followed along to the best of my ability. And you can earn 100 points. You can also practice this anytime you want. You can find this book in a second place, this story in a second place. It will be near the 4th grade class notes in a special section called Timed Video Reading. A worm's work. Gardener Bill works long days in the sun. He begins each day digging in the dirt. He ends each day watering, but he is not alone in his mission for a nice garden. His friend the earthworm is always there to assist. The earthworm often gets a bad name as being a lowly creature, yet it has many duties and plays an important role in keeping the soil rich enough to grow healthy plants, moving and turning the soil. The worms are already hard at work when Bill and his helper arrive in the garden. Bill takes a shovel and digs a small hole. He sees many worms moving around in the soil. This often means that the soil is rich. This is a good place to plant, Bill says. As the worms burrow through the soil, they create passages that allow air and water to pass through. The soil and plant roots need this air and water to flourish. The worms and the soil are linked. Bill begins to plow the area to get ready for planting seeds. He makes grooves in the dirt with his tool. This stops the soil from getting too packed down. The worms also help plow the soil. They bring down organic matter, or something that has to do with or comes from living things from the surface. They blend it with the soil below. This turning over of the soil mixes up helpful minerals for plants to use. Eating and fertilization. The worms will eat almost anything organic. Grass, leaves, and animal remains are all things that the worms break down for the plants to use. By doing this, worms also keep dead matter and waste from piling up. Bill carries the heavy bags of fertilizer into the garden. This substance contains nutrients that plants need for healthy living. He spreads the contents along the ground. Can you help me lift the other bag? He asks his helper. The worms have also been making fertilizer. As the worms eat, they leave behind droppings called castings. They contain nutrients for healthy soil. The castings also hold a lot of moisture. Dry soil can be bad for some plant roots. Moisture helps in times of little water. Last year, there was a drought in Bill's area. I noticed that the areas with a lot of worms did the best, Bill says. Bill and his helper continue to watch the earthworms at work. If the garden could talk, Bill says, I think it would thank the worms for everything they do.